So hopefully at this point you now have the HTML where it needs to go. So you can take a look at this, make sure it matches what you have, and just take a look at a couple things. So at common, in this common.js file, we have one line which sets up a collection, which is where we're going to store all of the votes for which is the best picture. And now let's put in an event handler for the voting buttons template. So we want to make it so that when you click on one of the vote buttons, the program gets your name and also figures out which button you clicked on and then inserts that information into the database. So here is the code that we're going to be using to do this. So the first thing to do is we want to get the voter's name. So we're going to use some jQuery, grab the text that's inside of the voter name block here, and we're going to store that in the voter name variable. The second thing is we want to store the vote that the person, that the user has clicked on. Now we do this using kind of a new method. We use the standard jQuery $. Inside of this though, we put e.target. Now I've had you putting in this e inside event handlers for a while now, and today we're actually going to be using this. E stands for the event of clicking on vote button. So there are a couple things that go on. First thing, this e.prevent default makes it so that when you click on the button, this makes it so that the default behavior of an element doesn't happen. If you click on a link, such as an A element, an anchor element, normally that sends you to another URL. When you click on a button, very often, that also has an event associated with it. So we're saying don't do the default action on that event. Now what we need the event for is because we want to know which button was clicked. So by putting e.target inside of this function, it means take the target, the subject of this event, get whatever element it was, which is this button, and put its HTML, or grab its HTML and put it inside this current vote variable. Next, we create a vote object. We have the name property, we're going to set equal to voter name. The vote property will set equal to current vote. And then we're going to insert that document into the database with this line here. And then the last thing is we want to clear out the name box so that another person can then submit their vote. So we'll do a quick little check to see that this works. Make sure we save it. So now in the browser, let's do a quick check to see that this is working properly. I'm going to put in my name, and I'm going to click on the C button. So I'm going to do that, and now I'm going to see if my event has gone in. So I'm going to just do votes.find.fetch, and it's going to give me an array that has all of the votes. So I'm going to click on this one, and we can see there is my name, and there is the vote that I wanted to submit. So everything here is working.